House of the Dragon Season 3 Episode 5 delivers another major confrontation between Daemon Targaryen and Queen Rhaenyra, proving that the cracks within Team Black are becoming impossible to ignore. Although both remain committed to winning the war, they no longer agree on how that victory should be achieved. Their disagreement begins during a council meeting. Adam and Baela report that Bagger has been spotted flying across the Riverlands. Finding and tracking the largest dragon in Westeros should immediately become the highest military priority. Rhaenyra agrees. She orders Daemon to leave King's Landing and join the search. But Daemon refuses. Instead, he tells the Queen that something much more dangerous is already happening inside the capital. His loyal gold cloaks are being murdered throughout Flea Bottom. From Daemon's perspective, allowing these killings to continue would weaken their control over King's Landing and encourage even more attacks against Rhaenyra's rule. He believes protecting the city must come before hunting dragons. Rhaenyra completely disagrees. She sees Bagger as the greatest military threat facing her kingdom. Every day that the dragon remains free increases the danger to her armies and allies. She also notices something else. Daemon is openly ignoring her commands once again. That immediately reminds her of the conflict they experienced earlier when Daemon repeatedly acted independently instead of supporting her authority. Rhaenyra confronts him directly. She accuses him of once again placing his own priorities above the Queen's orders. For Rhaenyra, this is about much more than one mission. It is about control. If Daemon refuses her commands in front of the council, others may eventually begin questioning her leadership as well. Daemon refuses to apologize. Instead, he turns the conversation back toward Rhaenyra herself. He argues that many of their current problems were caused by emotional decisions rather than careful leadership. He believes she allowed anger and revenge to influence her actions after recent tragedies. According to Daemon, she also made a serious mistake by unleashing the gold cloaks because the resulting violence only created greater instability inside the city. In other words, Daemon believes Rhaenyra is allowing emotions to guide strategy. Rhaenyra sees Daemon's refusal as another attempt to undermine her authority. Neither side fully trusts the other's judgment anymore. Their conversation ends without either of them changing position. Although they remain allies, the disagreement leaves visible tension between them. This argument also highlights the biggest problem facing Team Black. Their greatest enemy may no longer be internal disagreement, but the inability of its leaders to work together. Rhaenyra wants discipline, unity, and clear leadership. Daemon believes flexibility and immediate action matter more than strict obedience. Both arguments have merit, but together they create dangerous division during the most critical stage of the war. By the end of the episode, Daemon is proven right that someone is secretly targeting the gold cloaks. However, Rhaenyra's fears are also justified because every public disagreement weakens confidence in her rule. Episode 5 makes one thing very clear. The greatest challenge facing Team Black is no longer simply defeating the Greens. It is preventing the growing fractures inside their own leadership from tearing them apart before the war is even over.